Chosen one, I have something to tell you. This moment in your life is much more important than you could have imagined. You have been selected, chosen to live this process of profound transformation. Your isolation is not a coincidence. It is an intentional process designed for your inner growth. My name is Cosmin, and today I come to tell you that in these moments when you feel disconnected from others, the universe is providing you with the necessary space for you to connect with yourself. What is often perceived as disconnection or loneliness can, in fact, be a path to greater spiritual clarity. Before continuing, I recommend that you subscribe to this channel and stay until the end of this video, since today you will receive a powerful lesson that could significantly affect all areas of your existence, your life, and those of those around you. The universe has a plan for each of the chosen ones, and your journey is no exception. You have been guided to this point to fulfill a higher purpose. Although it may feel difficult, isolation is not a punishment, but an invitation for you to discover who you really are. Just as great changes in nature happen in silence, your great internal changes occur in the calm of solitude. This is only the prelude to a greater transformation. Moments of pause are what precede great leaps in life. In this space of quiet, you prepare to align your true potential with the purpose the universe has laid out for you. This isolation will help you develop a renewed trust in life, and most importantly, in yourself. The universe believes in you, and this process is a test of your strength and resilience. You are not alone in this. It is the beginning of a great transformation that will take you to a higher state of consciousness, one in which you will be able to see and feel your connection to something much greater than yourself. During this isolation, you are presented with an invaluable opportunity to focus on your spiritual development and your connection to the divine. In daily life, we are faced with so many distractions that our mind often gets lost in the outside noise. But now, in solitude, you have the gift of being present with yourself. It is in this silence that the deepest truth can reveal itself. This is the space where you can disconnect from the outside world and reconnect with your purest essence. During this time, the universe is speaking to you through silence, and it is in that apparent emptiness that you will find the answers you have been searching for. By devoting this time to reflection, you will discover parts of yourself that you may not have known about. It is a space of self-exploration, a time when you can connect with the deepest aspects of your being. As you delve into this experience, each day will bring you closer to a higher understanding of your purpose in this world. Reflecting on your life, your actions, and your desires will take you to a level of self-knowledge that you have not reached before. Each reflection you make in solitude opens a new door to awareness. This is a time of profound growth when you will realize how connected you are to the universe, even when it may seem like you are alone. The magic of this process is not apparent at first, but over time, you will begin to see how everything in your life begins to align in a way you have never experienced before. It is essential that you understand the true purpose of your isolation. You are not being removed from the world for no reason. You are being guided through a process necessary for your evolution. This is a time of self-examination, of letting go of what no longer serves you and making space for the new. Often, we are so caught up in the pace of daily life that we forget to stop and reflect. Isolation gives you just that, a pause to observe your life and make necessary adjustments. It allows you to ask difficult questions about who you are and what you truly desire, questions that require time and space to be answered. This process also allows you to let go of those beliefs and patterns that have been limiting your evolution. You will see how the barriers that once kept you stuck begin to dissolve. This is a time to heal emotional wounds that have been dormant for years. The healing process is not always easy, but it is absolutely necessary. Every step you take in this isolation is a step toward a higher, more authentic version of yourself. You are preparing for what is coming, and the universe is helping you clear the path, removing what no longer serves you and allowing new experiences to enter your life. This is a time to heal the parts of yourself that you have been ignoring, those that require love, care, and attention. As you heal, you open yourself to a new vision of yourself, one in which you see your true strength and ability. Self-awareness is one of the most powerful tools you will gain during this time. This is where you can truly explore who you are at your deepest core. Isolation provides you with the space to look beyond the surface of your life and begin to question the things you have taken for granted. It is a time to reflect on your decisions, your beliefs, and your desires. As you remove yourself from external distractions, you will realize that many of the beliefs you held are no longer helpful to the new you that you are becoming. This is a process of letting go of the old to make room for the new. Although it may be a difficult process, the transformation you will experience will be profound and lasting. Isolation is an opportunity to transform not only your thoughts, but also your emotions and your energy. Each day will allow you to release what has been holding you back, what has kept you tied to old versions of yourself. And as you let go of these old patterns, you will be making room to receive new blessings. The transformation is not always visible from the outside, but within you, each change will take you to a higher place of consciousness and growth. This is a time when you begin to realize your true power, the ability you have to create and manifest a life aligned with your highest purpose. Even when you feel like you are alone, the universe is always working in your favor. Even though in the darkest moments it may seem like you have been forgotten, the universe is constantly guiding you. Only sometimes its guidance is subtle. In isolation, you learn to listen to these subtle messages. With the noise and distractions removed, you can hear more clearly what the universe has to say to you. This is the time when you learn to trust that inner guidance, the intuition that has always been with you, but has often been silenced by the bustle of the outside world. By listening carefully, you will begin to notice that the answers you sought outside of yourself have always been within you. The wisdom of the universe manifests itself in unexpected ways, and it is your task to learn to recognize it. These moments of introspection will allow you to tune into the cosmic energy that has always been at your side, guiding you towards your destiny. As you become more receptive to these signals, you will begin to see that the universe is leading you to places and situations that are aligned with your purpose. Nothing you are experiencing is by chance, and the more you trust the process, the clearer the path ahead will become. The ability to be present is key to receiving guidance from the universe. Being present means being completely in the now, without worrying about the past or the future. This state of mindfulness is what allows you to notice the subtle signs that the universe places in your path. When you are completely in the moment, you realize that everything around you is aligned for your growth and evolution. Every little coincidence, every thought that seems to come out of nowhere, is a clue that leads you in the right direction. Being present allows you to connect more deeply with the flow of the universe and understand how every moment is charged with meaning. It is not just what you see around you, but how you feel internally that guides you. This is a time of great clarity, where decisions that once seemed confusing now become clearer. Every step you take in the present brings you closer to your destiny. The universe is guiding you in every moment, and your only task is to be aware enough to notice the signs and act accordingly. This state of consciousness not only helps you navigate the spiritual path, but it also brings you greater inner peace. Trust in the universe is a powerful lesson you will learn during this time. Even though the path is not always clear, it is important to remember that the universe is always working in your favor. Sometimes the challenges you face are part of the plan to help you grow and evolve. Faith in the cosmic process allows you to move forward confidently, even when you cannot see the final destination. Knowing that everything is happening for a greater reason gives you the strength to continue when things seem difficult. Every obstacle in the path is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself and the world around you. This is the time to trust the process, to believe that each step you take is bringing you closer to the realization of your purpose. The universe is guiding you, and even though the path is sometimes difficult, each challenge you face is preparing you for what is to come. Faith not only gives you peace, but it also helps you see beyond the current difficulties and focus on the end result: profound growth and transformation. The universe sends you signals in different ways. Sometimes these signs present themselves as synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be coincidental. Whenever you encounter a synchronicity, it is a clear sign that you are on the right path. These coincidences are a language that the universe uses to communicate with you, to show you that you are aligned with its plan. Paying attention to these synchronicities will help you better understand the direction you need to take. They are reminders that the universe is fully aware of your journey and is guiding you every step of the way. Nothing on this path is random, and the more you trust the signs you receive, the easier it will be for you to navigate the challenges that arise. These synchronicities are not only a confirmation that you are on the right path, but they also give you the assurance that the universe is fully supporting you. You are being guided to people and opportunities that will help you in your evolution. In addition to synchronicities, the universe also sends you subtle signals. These signs aren't always obvious at first, but as you become more aware, you'll start to notice their presence. These small occurrences, like thoughts that suddenly arise or emotions that seem to appear for no reason, are ways the universe is communicating with you. Often, these subtle signs contain the answers you've been looking for, but they require mindfulness to understand. Being present will allow you to discern these messages and act on them. These signs are like clues that guide you on your path, inviting you to reflect more deeply on what you're experiencing. Each subtle sign you receive is an opportunity to deepen your connection to the universe. By observing them and reflecting on their meaning, you'll begin to see how everything in your life is connected in a deeper way than you ever imagined. It is important that you recognize the power of these signs, even though they may seem small. Each one is an essential piece of the puzzle that is your life. As you begin to reflect on these signs, you will gain greater clarity about your purpose and the steps you need to take to move forward. Trusting these signs will strengthen your connection to the universe and provide you with the guidance needed to move forward. Each sign has a purpose, and nothing you experience is by chance. As you become more confident in the signs you receive, you will strengthen your intuition, allowing you to make decisions with greater confidence. This process will also help you develop greater sensitivity to the energies around you, allowing you to discern between what is important and what can be left behind. Each sign is guiding you toward a greater understanding of yourself and your purpose in this world. Staying open to the signs of the universe requires conscious effort, that it's not always easy to be mindful when the world around you is full of distractions. But the more you practice, the clearer the signs will become. Mindfulness is a powerful tool that will allow you to be present in each moment and recognize the signs when they appear. It's not just about observing what's happening around you, but also exploring your inner world. The universe speaks to you both through external events and through your emotions, thoughts, and inner sensations. As you become more aware, you'll notice how everything is connected in a profound way. This is the beginning of a deeper connection with the spiritual plane, a relationship that will allow you to receive clearer and more accurate messages about your path. The more you practice being present and aware, the easier it will be for you to identify the signs the universe is sending you. Embracing your isolation is essential to your spiritual growth and self-discovery. Instead of seeing it as a curse, you should see it as a gift, a unique opportunity to reconnect with yourself. This time of solitude is an opportunity for you to deepen your understanding of who you are and what you truly want in life. In the stillness of solitude, you are freed from the expectations of others and external distractions, and you can begin to listen to your own inner voice. This is a time to reconnect with your purest essence, to heal and renew your inner energy. As you delve deeper into this solitude, you will discover new facets of your being, parts of yourself that have been waiting to be recognized and celebrated. This is a time of renewal and preparation for what is to come. Isolation offers you an invaluable space to reflect on your life and your decisions. That IT is a time to pause and take a hard look at who you are and what you truly desire. Use this time to rethink your goals, your dreams, and your desires. This is an opportunity to align your life with your true self, to make sure you are living in alignment with your purpose. This is a time to make adjustments, to course correct if necessary. In solitude, You will have the clarity to see more precisely where you want to go and how you want to live your life. As you take this time to reflect, you will begin to see new opportunities, new possibilities that you had not previously considered. This is a time of clarity, of renewal, and of creation. During this time, you can also engage in practices that strengthen your spiritual well-being, whether through meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature. These activities will help you connect more deeply with the divine. These practices not only bring you inner peace, but they also help you align your energy with the universe. The connection you develop during this time will give you the strength to face the challenges that come in the future. This is an opportunity to strengthen your spiritual foundation, to build a stronger relationship with the divine. This is a time to care for your soul, to nourish it and prepare it for what is to come. Viewing isolation as a time of self-discovery will change your perspective on it. Instead of seeing it as a time of loneliness or disconnection, you will see it as an opportunity to delve deeper into your inner self and discover your true power. This is a time to explore who you really are and what you truly desire. By shifting your mindset, you will begin to see this time of isolation as an opportunity to grow and expand. Every day of solitude is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. This is a time of discovery, empowerment, and transformation. As you adopt this new perspective, you will begin to see isolation as one of the most valuable times of your spiritual journey. This is the time when you will discover your true power. Solitude is an essential part of the spiritual journey of the chosen ones. It is in this time of solitude that you can deepen your connection with yourself and the universe. This is a time for reflection, for healing, and for growth. In solitude, you can find the clarity you need to move forward on your spiritual path. This is a time of transformation, a time when you prepare for what is to come. Use this time to deepen your relationship with yourself and the divine. This is a time of renewal and preparation. In the quiet of solitude, you can find clarity and strength. Embrace this phase as an essential part of your spiritual journey. This is a time to transform into a stronger, more conscious person and more connected to the universe. Isolation is just the beginning. What follows will be a journey filled with deeper discovery and a closer connection to the divine. Every experience in this process is an opportunity to get closer to your higher purpose. This is the time when you will begin to see everything in your life begin to align. This is a time of growth, discovery, and expansion. Isolation invites you to look beyond the superficial you, maybe confronting aspects of your life that you may have been avoiding. It is a time of great introspection, where questions you never dared to ask before begin to emerge with force. This is the space in which you confront your own shadow, those parts of yourself that you have kept in the shadows out of fear or insecurity. The universe is offering you this time so that you can look head on at those hidden parts, so that you can understand and heal them. Real growth does not occur in comfort, but in discomfort, and isolation creates the perfect environment for this to happen. By being removed from the expectations of others and constant distractions, you are forced to confront yourself in your purest state. This is where the true inner work begins. During this time, you are likely to confront emotions that you have long suppressed. Old memories, past wounds, and hidden fears may resurface. This is not a sign of regression, but rather a sign that the healing process is underway. Often, when we are immersed in the daily grind, we do not give our emotions room to fully express themselves. Isolation gives you the time and space to process those repressed emotions, allowing them to surface and be released. It is a liberating process, even though it may be painful at first. As you allow these emotions to flow, you will begin to notice the energetic blockages that have been limiting you dissolving. This is the beginning of a deep emotional release, a necessary step for your spiritual growth. The universe is providing you with this space so that you can finally heal the wounds you have carried for so long. Isolation is also an opportunity to explore your deepest passions and desires. Often, we get so wrapped up in what society expects of us that we neglect what we are truly passionate about. During this time of solitude, you have the freedom to ask yourself, what really makes me happy, without the pressure of meeting others' expectations. You can reconnect with your true desires, the ones you may have forgotten or repressed. This is a time to explore new facets of yourself, to try new ideas or activities that spark your interest. You might discover a passion you didn't know you had, or rediscover a dream you'd left behind. This is the time to be creative, to allow yourself to explore without limits, and to reconnect with what gives you life. The universe is giving you this time to focus on what truly fills you with fulfillment and purpose. As you progress through this process of introspection, you will also begin to notice changes in your perception of the outside world. Isolation not only changes your relationship with yourself, but also the way you see others in your environment. You will realize that many of the things that used to worry you no longer have the same weight. Superficial worries begin to fade away, and you begin to see life from a broader and deeper perspective. This change in perception allows you to release old tensions and worries, creating space for greater inner peace. You will realize that many of the things you used to consider important were just distractions, and that what is truly valuable is in the simple, in the essential. This mental clarity will allow you to make decisions that are more aligned with your inner truth. Decisions that previously seemed complicated will now flow easily. Isolation also teaches you to value relationships in a different way. Being alone gives you the opportunity to reflect on the people in your life and the kinds of relationships you want to maintain. This is a time to evaluate which connections nourish you and which ones drain you. You can begin to see more clearly the dynamics that don't serve you, those that aren't aligned with your emotional or spiritual well-being. It's a time to set healthy boundaries, to learn to say no when necessary, and to surround yourself with people who uplift you and support your growth. This is a process that takes courage, but isolation gives you the strength to make these necessary changes. You'll find that as you do so, the relationships around you become more authentic and fulfilling, and those that aren't aligned with your evolution simply dissolve naturally. The universe is showing you that you don't need to depend on external things to find fulfillment during isolation. You learn to find satisfaction in your own company, to enjoy the stillness and tranquility of being alone with yourself. This is an invaluable gift, because when you learn to enjoy your own company, you free yourself from the need to seek external validation. You begin to realize that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external circumstances or the people around you. This is a time to cultivate self-love and self-acceptance, to give yourself the recognition you deserve without relying on the approval of others. The universe is showing you that everything you need is already within you, and that by connecting with your inner self, you can create a full and satisfying life. Another important lesson that isolation offers you is that of resilience. Throughout this process, you are likely to face emotional and spiritual challenges. There will be times when you feel vulnerable or uncertain, but it is precisely in those moments that your inner strength begins to develop. As you learn to overcome these challenges, you will realize how capable you are of adapting and growing. Resilience is not just about enduring hardships, but about learning from them and coming out stronger on the other side. This process prepares you to face anything life throws at you, knowing that you have the ability to overcome any obstacle. Isolation is a test of your ability to endure and thrive. And at the end of this process, you will feel more empowered and confident in your ability to handle the challenges life throws at you. Isolation is also an opportunity to reconnect with nature, that be why getting away from the noise and bustle of everyday life. You have the chance to spend time in silence, observing the natural world around you. Nature has a unique way of showing us the balance and harmony that exists in the universe. By spending time in nature, you can feel how everything is interconnected and how you yourself are part of that natural flow. This time allows you to reconnect with the cycles of life, with the natural rhythm of growth and transformation that occurs in all living things. Nature teaches you patience. It shows you that everything has its time, and that, like the seasons, your growth process requires time and space. This is a reminder that isolation is just a phase in your journey, and that just like in nature, after a period of stillness, a new cycle of renewal and expansion always comes. As you continue on this journey of self-discovery, you also realize the power of gratitude. In isolation, you can begin to appreciate the little things that previously went unnoticed. This is a time to cultivate deep gratitude for all that you have, for the experiences that have brought you here, and for the lessons the universe is teaching you. Gratitude opens your heart, allows you to see the beauty in the everyday, and helps you connect with the abundance of the universe. When you begin to practice gratitude, you realize that despite challenges, there is always something to be grateful for. This is a mindset shift that allows you to see life from a more positive and abundant perspective. Gratitude connects you to the flow of life, reminds you that everything you need is already within your reach, and that the universe is always working for your highest good. Isolation also gives you the opportunity to rethink your priorities. When you step away from the distractions of everyday life, you can see more clearly what is truly important to you. This is a time to evaluate what you are investing your time and energy into, and whether those investments are aligned with your true purpose. Often, we get carried away by the expectations of others or external demands, but in this time of solitude, you can reconnect with what you truly value. You can begin to make more conscious choices about how you want to live your life, ensuring that every action is aligned with your deepest values and desires. This is a process of simplification, of removing what is not essential in order to focus on what really matters. As you continue to delve deeper into this process, you can also begin to cultivate a greater connection with your intuition. In isolation, without the outside distractions, your intuition becomes clearer and stronger. It is in this space of quiet that you can begin to hear that inner voice that has always been with you, guiding you toward what is right for you. Intuition is a powerful tool, and the more you trust it, the easier it will be for you to make decisions aligned with your truth. This is a time to practice listening to your heart, to allow yourself to be guided by your inner wisdom. The universe always communicates with you through your intuition, and as you develop this skill, you will realize how valuable it is in navigating life. Isolation gives you space to create new goals and dreams. Why disconnecting from outside expectations, you are free to ask yourself, what do I really want to create in my life? This is a time to dream big, to imagine all the possibilities available to you. Without the limitations of others' opinions, you can begin to create a vision of your future that is completely aligned with your purpose and desires. This is a time to visualize, to plan, and to begin putting the steps in place to make those dreams a reality. The universe is giving you this space so that you can plant the seeds of what you want to manifest in the future. And as this process goes on, you will begin to see those seeds begin to grow. This time of isolation is also an opportunity to practice patience. Often, we want things to happen right away, but the universe has its own rhythm, and part of this process is learning to trust divine timing. This is a time to remember that everything happens in perfect time, and that rushing only creates anxiety. Isolation teaches you to accept the process as it is, to trust that things will unfold in the right time, and to not force outcomes. It is a time to learn to let go of control and allow things to flow. Patience is a virtue that will help you not only in this process, but in all aspects of your life. As you learn to wait calmly, you will realize that things have a way of happening perfectly when we don't force them. Isolation is a time to rediscover the creativity that lives within you. When we disconnect from external expectations and the hectic rhythms of daily life, we make room for inspiration to flow naturally. Ideas that may have seemed far away before now begin to emerge more clearly. This time of solitude is not only an opportunity to reflect on what has already happened, but also to begin building what is to come. Creativity often emerges in the most unexpected moments, when we are at peace with ourselves and allow our being to express itself without restrictions. It is in these moments of stillness that you can connect with that inner source of inspiration. You may feel driven to write, draw, create music, or simply imagine new projects or ideas that reflect who you truly are. This time is an invitation to explore without pressure, to shape your deepest thoughts and turn them into something tangible. Creativity is a form of healing, a way to manifest what you carry within. It is a reminder that you are a creator by nature, and that the act of creating is also an act of self-discovery. This time of isolation also gives you the opportunity to reconnect with your roots. Often, we are so focused on moving forward, on looking ahead, that we forget where we came from. Isolation offers you the space to reflect on your history, on the experiences that have shaped you, the people and places that have been important in your life. This is a time to reconnect with your origins, to understand how those aspects of your past influence the person you are today. It is not about staying tied to the past, but rather recognizing how those experiences have been an essential part of your journey. It is a time to honor your roots, to accept the lessons of the past, and release any energy that no longer serves you. This process of reconnection will give you a greater sense of stability, allow you to be more rooted in your identity, and help you move forward with a deeper understanding of yourself. By exploring your roots, you may also discover strengths you had not recognized before, traits and qualities that you inherited that have given you the resilience to get here. Isolation is a reminder that everything you've been through, the good and the bad, has been part of your growth. In addition to creativity and introspection, isolation can also be a time to delve deeper into emotional self-knowledge. Often our emotions are shaped by societal expectations, so we think we should feel rather than what we actually feel. In this time of solitude, you can listen to your emotions without judgment or expectations. It's an opportunity to ask yourself, how do I really feel? This is a time to allow emotions to come up without trying to suppress or explain them away. Whether you feel joy, sadness, frustration, or peace, all of these emotions are valid and have something to teach you. This is a process of acceptance, of allowing yourself to feel what you really need to feel without the pressure of having to be or act a certain way. As you explore your emotions more deeply, you'll realize that each one holds a valuable lesson. Difficult emotions, like fear or anxiety, often come up to show us where we need more love or care. This is a time to learn to be kind to yourself, to develop a more loving and compassionate relationship with your own emotional isolation provides you with an ideal platform to reevaluate your goals and ambitions. Often, we live trapped in the inertia of the goals we have set in the past, without stopping to consider whether those goals still reflect who we are today. This time is an opportunity to ask yourself if the goals you have been pursuing truly fulfill you. Are they the result of your deepest desires? Or are you chasing things that others have imposed or that simply seem right according to societal norms? This is a time to make adjustments in your life, to ensure that the goals and dreams you are pursuing are in full alignment with what you truly desire. Sometimes, isolation forces us to reevaluate our priorities, to discover that what once seemed important is no longer so important. This is a process of refinement, of selecting what is truly meaningful to you, and letting go of what no longer serves you. In doing so, you will feel lighter, more focused, and filled with clarity about the steps you need to take from now on. The process of self-assessment also extends to the way you care for yourself, both physically and emotionally. In isolation, you are given the opportunity to pay more attention to your holistic well-being. Are you taking care of your body the way it deserves? Are you nourishing your mind and spirit in ways that make you feel balanced and whole? This time of solitude allows you to listen to your body, to your physical and emotional needs. It is an opportunity to review your habits from food to rest and make sure you are giving yourself the care you truly need. Often, in the chaos of daily life, we put our own needs on the back burner. But now, the universe is giving you the opportunity to prioritize yourself, to take the time to care for yourself in a more conscious and loving way. By doing so, you will not only become stronger physically, but you will also strengthen your spirit. Self-care is an act of self-love, and this time is an invitation for you to take care of yourself on all levels: body, mind, and soul. Isolation also offers you the chance to redefine your concept of success. In the modern world, Success is often measured by external factors such as money, status, or material possessions. But during this time of introspection, you may begin to question these parameters. What does success really mean to you? Is it something external, or is it more of an internal state of satisfaction and peace? This is a time to redefine success on your own terms, to decide what truly makes you feel fulfilled. You may realize that success for you has nothing to do with what others value, but rather with the quality of your relationships, your sense of inner peace, or your ability to live an authentic life. This is a time to realize that true success is living in coherence with your own values and desires, and that everything else is secondary. By redefining your concept of success, you free yourself from external expectations and begin to live a more authentic and fulfilling life. The process of isolation also allows you to deepen your spiritual practice. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to neglect the spiritual aspect of our lives. But in solitude, you are offered the opportunity to reconnect with the sacred, to strengthen your relationship with the divine, with the universe, or with whatever form of spirituality resonates with you. This is a time to deepen your spiritual practices, whether through meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature. Spirituality doesn't always require complex rituals. Often, it's found in the simplest of things, in the act of breathing consciously, of feeling gratitude for what you have, or of observing the natural world with wonder. This is a time to deepen your spiritual connection, to remember that you are part of something much bigger, and that the universe is always guiding and supporting you on your path. As you deepen your spiritual practice, you will feel greater peace and clarity, and you will be more aligned with your divine purpose. Isolation also teaches you the value of stillness, something we often forget in the fast-paced nature of modern life. In a world that constantly pushes us to do more, isolation shows you that sometimes the greatest progress is made in stillness. This is a time to learn to be calm, to not rush into making decisions or solving problems right away. Stillness allows you to listen more intently, not only to the universe, but also to yourself. It is in stillness that answers are often revealed most clearly. Through this process, you learn to value the power of doing nothing, of simply being present in the moment and allowing things to unfold at their own pace. Stillness is a space of creation, a place where ideas can take shape and solutions can emerge naturally. This is a time to learn to trust in the rhythm of the universe, and that everything will reveal itself in its own time. Isolation also teaches you the importance of cycles in life. Everything in the universe has a cyclical rhythm, from the seasons of the year to the phases of the moon. Isolation is part of this natural cycle, a phase of retreat and renewal preceding a new phase of expansion and growth. This is a time to honor those cycles, to understand that life is not a straight line, but a series of ups and downs, of moments of introspection followed by moments of action. Accepting this cycle allows you to flow with life in a more harmonious way, knowing that each phase has its purpose. Isolation is the winter of your soul, a time to rest, reflect, and prepare for spring, when everything blooms again. This is a reminder that you don't need to always be on the move, and that there is value in pausing, in stillness, and in waiting. Isolation also offers you the opportunity to reconnect with the present, one of the most powerful lessons you can learn in life. Often, we worry so much about the future or dwell on the past, that we forget to live fully in the present moment. This time of solitude invites you to stop and appreciate what is happening right now, without rushing, without expectations, just with full attention to what is. Being in the present allows you to experience life with greater depth and clarity, savoring every little detail that previously went unnoticed. Learning to be present is a fundamental tool for your emotional and spiritual well-being. By focusing on the here and now, you realize that many of your worries dissolve, and that the current moment is always enough. The present is the only place where life really happens, and in isolation, you have the opportunity to practice this art of being truly in tune with each, since living in the present also means learning to let go of control over the future. Often, fear and anxiety come from uncertainty about what lies ahead. Isolation teaches you that you don't have to have all the answers now, that it's safe to trust that the path will reveal itself as you move forward. This is a crucial lesson in humility and patience. As you learn to accept uncertainty, you'll also learn to let go of the desire to control every aspect of your life. The universe has a way of showing us that when we let go of the need to have everything under control, things tend to flow more naturally. Trusting this flow is part of learning in isolation. Accepting that the future isn't completely predictable, but that there will always be a larger purpose guiding you, is liberating. This process of surrender to the universe will allow you to relax and let life unfold organically. Isolation is also a time to reconnect with your body in a more conscious way. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, we often disconnect from our body, ignoring its needs and signals. During this time, you have the opportunity to listen to it again, to notice how it feels, what it needs, and how you can best nourish it. You may discover built-up tensions or areas of your body that need more care and attention. It is a perfect time to reconnect with practices such as yoga, meditation, or simply conscious movement to bring more vitality into your life. By taking care of your body, you're also taking care of your mind and spirit, as everything is interconnected. This is a time to honor your body as the sacred vehicle that carries you through life. Isolation allows you to explore how you feel physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and gives you the opportunity to align them in harmony. Solitude also opens up a space to explore your beliefs and values more deeply. During this time, you may question what you truly believe about life, love, spirituality, and yourself. You may find that some of your beliefs have been inherited or adopted without question, and now is the time to reevaluate them. Isolation offers you a pause to do an internal review of the ideas you have held and decide which of them still resonate with you, and which need to be transformed or let go. This process of letting go of old beliefs is liberating, as it allows you to create a value system that is truly aligned with your essence and your experience. This is a time to adopt a more open and flexible mindset, to allow your beliefs to evolve and adapt to the updated version of yourself. In this process of internal review, you can also rediscover the value of simplicity. Isolation can reveal to you that many of the things you thought were necessary are not so necessary, and that true wealth is in the simplest experiences. Simplicity is not a renunciation, but a conscious choice to value the essential. It is a time to detach yourself from the superficial and appreciate what truly fills you with satisfaction and joy. Simplicity often teaches us that less is more, that material things do not bring the happiness we thought, and that what truly fulfills us are experiences, genuine relationships, and inner peace. This time of isolation gives you the opportunity to simplify your life, to reduce the noise and focus on what truly matters. With each layer you peel away, you get closer to a more authentic and aligned life. As you continue on this journey of introspection, you may also experience a deep reconnection with nature. Isolation gives you the opportunity to observe how nature's cycles mirror the cycles of your own life. Nature has a wise way of showing us that everything has its time, and that, just like trees that lose their leaves to renew themselves, you too can let go of what no longer serves you. Being in contact with nature during isolation can be extremely healing. It is in natural rhythms that we can find an inexhaustible source of wisdom and peace. Through observing nature, you can learn about patience, resilience, and constant renewal. This is a time to remember that, just like nature, your growth process is seasons, and each season has a purpose. This time also teaches you to cultivate self-acceptance. Isolation may lead you to confront aspects of yourself that you have been avoiding, but it also offers you the opportunity to accept yourself fully, imperfections and all. Self-acceptance is a crucial part of the spiritual journey, and isolation gives you the space to develop a more loving and compassionate relationship with yourself. Instead of judging yourself for your mistakes or weaknesses, this is the time to practice self-kindness. Self-love doesn't mean ignoring your areas of growth, but rather acknowledging them with understanding and patience. As you accept yourself more deeply, you'll realize that this acceptance is the first step to authentic transformation. Isolation teaches you that true power comes from accepting who you are in each moment, without the need to be perfect. Through this process of self-acceptance, you can also begin to cultivate greater self-compassion. Instead of being hard on yourself for failing to meet certain goals or expectations, you can learn to treat yourself with more tenderness. Self-compassion teaches you to recognize your humanity, to accept that we all make mistakes, that we all have moments of vulnerability, and that doesn't make us any less valuable. Isolation gives you the space to develop this loving relationship with yourself, a relationship that isn't based on perfectionism, but rather on understanding. When you treat yourself with compassion, you open yourself up to a new way of being, one in which you can grow without the pressure of being perfect. This will not only transform your relationship with yourself, but with others as well, as you learn to extend the compassion to those around you. Isolation also invites you to delve deeper into the concept of internal freedom. We often think of freedom as being about the external, our ability to move or do whatever we want. But in isolation, you discover that true freedom has nothing to do with the physical, but rather with the state of your mind and heart. Isolation teaches you that true freedom comes from freeing yourself from internal chains, limiting beliefs, fears, other people's expectations. It is in this time of solitude that you can begin to experience a deeper internal freedom, one that allows you to be authentic without relying on external approval. This freedom gives you the courage to live according to your own values, without feeling the need to fit in or meet the expectations that others have placed on you. As you delve deeper into this sense of inner freedom, you also begin to discover greater clarity about your purpose. In solitude, without the distractions of the outside world, you can listen more intently to the inner voice that has always been there, guiding you toward what you are truly meant to do. This is a time to explore your purpose in life, to ask yourself what you are truly passionate about, and how you can contribute to the world in a meaningful way. Isolation allows you to reevaluate your path, to ask yourself if you are living in alignment with your purpose or if you need to make adjustments. This is a time to connect with your life purpose from a deep and authentic place, and to begin taking steps toward a life that is more aligned with that inner truth. Isolation also offers you an invaluable opportunity to practice gratitude. Often in everyday life, we overlook the blessings we already have because we are so focused on what we lack. But during isolation, you can begin to practice gratitude in a more conscious way, acknowledging all that is already present in your life that you may have previously taken for granted. Gratitude connects you to the abundance of the universe, reminding you that despite challenges, there is always something to be grateful for. This is a time to cultivate an attitude of daily gratitude, to begin to see the small blessings that present themselves each day and be thankful for them. Gratitude transforms your perspective, allowing you to view life from a place of abundance rather than lack. As you practice gratitude, you will notice how your energy shifts and how you begin to attract more things to be grateful for. This time of solitude can also be an opportunity to reconnect with inner silence. In a world full of noise, it's easy to disconnect from our own inner silence, from that space of calm that we all have within. Isolation offers you the opportunity to reconnect with that silence, to discover the peace that comes when you turn off the external noise and simply allow yourself to be still. In this silence, you can find answers to deep questions. You can reconnect with your intuition and begin to hear what you truly need at this moment in your life. Silence is a powerful teacher, and isolation gives you the time and space to learn from it. This is a time to allow the silence to speak, to let the stillness guide you to greater clarity and understanding of yourself and your path. If this content has helped you see isolation in a new light, Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell to receive more insights and tools for personal growth. Your support is invaluable, and together, we will continue to explore more ways to transform life from within. Thank you for being here,